Hello, 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 everybody. Beautiful people out there. This is Sonia Marie. I am so grateful that you are in the space. I'm happy to see you, whether you've come later on as a replay viewer or whether you are joining me live. I'm just happy to see you. What's going on? I want to make a couple of quick announcements before we actually get started in this weekly rundown. And I will say this straight away, squirrel, it's cold. It's really cold out here. So I'm going to do my best to make this thing quicker than quick. Got my hair, my curls. I want to know, how does an afro blow in the motherfucking breeze out this mug? So in LA, when the rains come, it's really beautiful out because the air clears up. There's not too much smog. Not a lot of smog recently anyway with COVID. It's like a ghost town and shit. But it really feels good in the air. However, today it's really cold and the wind is blowing. So I'm going to do my best to just end this thing real quick. I got a really sweet message from Tiana that says, Sonia, you know you can record the background and do it anywhere. This would be one of those days, Tiana. This would be one of those days. What's up with everybody? Hi, Ramon. Hi, Angela Hill. Happy belated solar return. Tinjin. What's going on? I want y'all to follow my brother Tinjin, please, and get some of his artwork. He is a phenomenal visual artist, and he needs to be blown the fuck up and out. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing? Truthful Tree, Try, what up, Lee? What's going on, True Empress and Kay? I'm so happy to see you. What's up, Pooh? Copper Fox, I'm so happy you're here. Mina. I want to make a rap song out of that so bad, but I don't have the time. And I told y'all, it's cold. Okay, here's a couple of announcements before I head myself into my day. Yo, the Village and the Village Hut will be kicking off on February 1st. That's right, February 1st, we are getting down to business. For the Village, it'll be a 7-month journey. For the Village Hut, it will be a 6-month journey. The Village is an ongoing, extended astrology outlook. Something like, not a lot, but something like what we've been doing on here. So I want to let you know and forewarn you, these weekly rundowns will be condensed. Trust and believe, and changed a little bit. So get ready for the new and improved. But if you want to stick with this extended version, become a member of the Village for sure. $35 a month for the next, 7 months, all right? The Village Hut is a smaller exclusive group of people who want to read Western astrology charts, natal charts, just like me, or in a way, kind of like me, but more like yourself. That's better said. So here's the deal. There are 3 spots available. 3 spots still hanging in the breeze. If you want to join, please click the link in the description box below. I'd really appreciate you do that thing because the Village Hut will be closing on Friday. A strong close. Please don't email me, don't DM me. Say, Sonia, you got room for one more person? I think I made up my mind. Y'all forcing me to be a hard chick. I can't let people slide on the stage like James Brown no more. Y'all, come on. We got to keep it tight. Keep business right. So if you want to fence about that situation and join in the hut, you know what I mean? And check out the description. Like I said, check out the link in the description box to see what it's all about. But if you want to fence about it, do it before Friday. Again, 3 more spots available. All right, enough of commercials. What's going on to the 26 people that are in here? I can't wait to express to you what's going on. Okay, it looks like my Wi-Fi is doing something funky. Never had this problem before. I don't know if you still hear me. If you do, give me a yes, y'all. It's just spinning. But I'm okay. Are y'all still there? Can y'all give me some Y's? Yes, y'all. Y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me? So this is a little precursor of what the next couple of weeks is gonna be. Okay, thank you, Ange. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's kind of crazy. Tiana, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you was in here. Okay, listen. Look, let's talk about what's happening this week, and let's start from here. Woo-hoo. Today, the moon is going to go in Cancer, or actually already has, at 1:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I like it when the moon goes into Cancer, although Aries people and Libra people, maybe some Capricorns may have a hard time with it, but it is about getting a little softer, getting a little bit more nourishing, eating a lot, wanting to stay home, taking care of your nest, so to speak, cleaning up and getting ready for whatever there is to come. And trust and believe there's a lot to get ready for. Listen, I kind of think like this. This has nothing to do with astrology, more so what's been downloaded into me before I go into these, into astrologically speaking, what's going on this week. But there's so much to be prepared for that I feel like it's all a surprise. I feel like you ever have those moments when you try to anticipate what the world is about to give you. You try to anticipate what gifts you're going to get on Christmas. You try to anticipate what your future woman is going to be like. You know, you have a list down. I heard the other day, crystal freaking clear, as lucid as the sky. as lucid as my mind in the sky. How about that? Is that we have no idea what's about to come down. With Uranus and Taurus and it's moving forward, with it moving forward and changing some things in our lives, I'll be honest with you, it kind of feels best to just be open to anything that comes and be very, very grateful for the things that come, good, bad, and indifferent, because there's a shift, an earthquake kind of moment that's happening bit by bit by bit by bit. And it can throw you off guard if you are in control, if you want to know what's going on, if you're moving too fast, if you're overthinking a situation. Yo, take your time and let the chips fall where they may. All the changes and the surprises that are coming. Trust, you will want to refer back to this particular video when they start hitting you, okay? Listen, check it out. Let's start from this moon being in Cancer. Okay, make sure you don't eat too much, because when the moon is in Cancer and Taurus, us foodies, we kind of get out there and we get a little greedy, okay? While you're taking care of your home, do that. On Tuesday, this is why I say, you know, go with the surprises. The sun is actually square in Uranus. This is what I wrote in my notes. We must roll with the harsh changes and or stubborn convictions in order to shine. I feel like I need to say that again. We must roll with the harsh changes and or stubborn convictions in order to shine. Understand that, y'all. We may know, according to what we thought we knew and the books that we have and the resources and the people that are coming into our lives and the details that might be rolling that you have been checking off, you know what I mean? Like when I say details, like the list of things, you may know who you are, but what's the trepidation around asking for the things to substantiate you? What's the trepidation in asking for things to add to the arsenal of knowledge that you have? There's an interesting standoff with the sun in Aquarius square in Uranus, because the sun in Aquarius is, first of all, really stubborn, really arrogant, really rebellious in its own way. We're all feeling kind of rebellious, you know, wanting to take on the challenges that we have, knowing that we know some things, so fuck it, I'm just gonna roll with what it is that I know. That's cool, but it's square in Uranus, and Uranus is about changes again. I cannot overbeat a particular, I hope y'all get this too, I cannot overbeat a particular planet. Just like how I was trying to shove the 3 the hard way down your throat all last year, and the damages and the reconstruction and the destruction that it has done, I'm trying to do that with Uranus as well. Because Uranus is like a sneaker. It's that sneaker that gets you from the left side of your face, and you have no idea where life is taking you. So if the sun, Uranus, change, surprises, rebellion. So if the sun is going up against Uranus today, like for real, I'm sorry, tomorrow. But we'll feel that thing the day before, the day after, whatever. Good afternoon to you. If the sun is going against Uranus, like really, why are you so stubborn? Why are you so trepidatious about these changes that are coming, and we know it's for the best? If you don't know nothing about 3 the hard way coming through our lives last year, coming through this particular, your city, your state, your town, the country, continent, wherever you are, you'll know that God, you have to have somebody on the other side pushing you through, holding you up, sustaining you. So what you afraid of? What are you afraid of the changes that are coming? Be open, like Christmas Day, for real. Be open. I kind of, I was kind of trepidatious myself about titling it what I did, Turk or Twerk. Twerk. I can't stand that word, but I like it. I can't stand it. I like the meaning, but I don't like the word. Twerk, Turk, Twerk, or twerk. Why? Because torque, there it is, Sonia, good God. Torque is when you twist a thing, right? And you give it force, and you pull on it, and you try to sustain it. You know, twerking is, of course, twerking our ass. So are you twerking? Are you talking? Twerking? I'm going to get it right. But y'all see the reason why. I entitled it that in a minute. Again, tomorrow with that sun going up Uranus. What? What is wrong with Sonia? If you got the sun going up Uranus, you got a hot old ass. You got a hot ass if you got the sun going up Uranus. Anyway, with the sun going against Uranus is what I wanted to say. The sun squaring Uranus. Y'all better not laugh at me. That was so classic. Oh my God, I'm about to cry my damn self. Okay, I gotta get it together, come back. Take two. Listen, fuck it. Uranus and then the sun making you a hot ass. You don't want to be a hot ass, damn it. Do not be a hot ass. Know that change is good. Okay, this is what I really want to add to that because it's very necessary that you know these things about certain signs, right? And I'm sure a lot of you do, but the sun in Aquarius is a stubborn, fixed sign. Uranus and Taurus, and I'm gonna beat it up, I'm telling you, Uranus and Taurus is a stubborn, fixed sign. Torquing. The torque comes from the fact that they are both pulling in different directions, but they both mean something. They both want us to be solid. They both want us to be firm and sure. And the changes that are happening, that we roll with it and feel, how about faithful, that the changes that are happening are good for us, so keep the stakes there. This is going to make so much more sense as the week plays out. Trust me when I tell you. And again, I feel like I'm beating it up, so I'm going to move on. On Wednesday, maybe you'll get the opportunity to see it. Why? Because the moon will be trining, good God, the moon will be trining Neptune. So maybe it's about the imagination. Maybe you got to sit back on Wednesday. You don't know what the changes are, but you feel like a hurricane coming, or you feel the wave getting up, like coming up a little bit, like it's pulling back, the ebb and the flow. And you know the next kind of flow that's coming with that ebb is going to be monstrous. It's going to be catastrophic, but it's going to be meaningful, right? On Wednesday, sit back and meditate on that thing. The moon, trining Neptune. On Wednesday, sit back and really meditate, really go through that. Really imagine what you want that wave to be like, because you are powerful. You have all the power in the world and within your body, your mind, your body, and your soul to assist the changes that are coming to you. Squirrel, let me just say this. I know that this has everything to do with what's happening this week, and I'm doing my best to be very, very specific. That's why I slowed down a little bit, and meaningful. The changes that need to come are the things that we hold on to. With this full moon in Leo coming up, that the things that we hold on to, that says to us, Sonia, say it right. I'm trying to get my words, y'all. This is the poet in me, like really, really pausing, because I want it to be meaningful. Put it this way. Sometimes we hold on to dramatic situations. Sometimes we hold on to things in our life that make us feel courageous, that make us feel willful, that make us feel like the lioness that we are, or the lion that we are. Sometimes we hold on to things in life that make us feel strong, that say we can push through this. I'm a survivor. But we are being called in this time, right, with that full moon, and I'm about to tell y'all in a minute, with that full moon going up against the Mercury retrograde, to rethink the things that we thought made us tough, that we thought that made us survive, that we thought that made us courageous. Like, why do we need drama in our life? Because you were able to sustain that years ago? You were able to push through the drama? Understand what I'm talking about. How are you performing? I'm going to get specific in a minute. Let me finish this thought. So before that comes, though, Before I tell you about that thing and break that down a little bit more, on Wednesday, you have the opportunity with the moon trining Neptune to really meditate on what are these things that you're holding on to. What are these things? Because the full moon allows us to leave some shit. But this is deeper than deep, and this has everything to do with not only us being vulnerable, but us taking away our strength to develop new strength. Almost like when you get out of the shower and you don't have a towel, but you feel vulnerable and you're shaky and you're dripping and you're cold. We have to have one of those moments where our strength has been taken away and we feel vulnerable, and we have to elect different types of strength to assist us. But it's going to be difficult as Mercury comes in retros, because now we got to think about that thing. And we have to denounce the things that we thought we knew that are not working any longer. This is a tricky fucking week. When I say twerk, the force as you're twisting, versus twerk, you're going to celebrate what you think you know, or you're going to allow the force and the twisting of the changes that are happening to make you better and stronger, and a strength that you never, ever, ever experienced before. Boom. Before you answer that question, on Wednesday, really think about that when that moon is trining Neptune. Because, on Thursday, here comes the full moon. 9 degrees Leo for all those people, budding astrology students out there. It's going to be 9 degrees Leo, 2:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That moon is going to be opposition the sun. It's going to be opposition Jupiter. Well, naturally, every full moon is opposition the sun, just to let you know that, every time, all right? The moon is also opposition Jupiter, and then the sun naturally will be opposition Jupiter as well. This is what I put. The twist, balancing the release with the reward. Negotiate with your damn self. Boom. Negotiate with yourself. Again, let's break it down, and then I have to go. It's cold out here. The moon in Leo, full moon in Leo, asks you to leave as it culminates in its emotional energy. What type of energy? Leo energy, willful energy, courageous energy, expecting energy, opportunistic type of energy. These are things, and maybe some parts about you somewhere in your life that you are bubbling over about. Are you that type of person that uses people when they come into your life? When you see an opportunity, you grab it. They look like they can be a good friend because they know how to make, I don't know, biscuits. They know how to make biscuits and gravy. I'm gonna be their friend because they make biscuits and gravy. Squirrel, do you know people really think that way? Not on the biscuits and gravy shit, but around people, because they are giving them the opportunity to be better based on who they are. How is that possible? That you are better based on what somebody else can do. We are learning these lessons that you cannot be better based on somebody else's situation. I'm going to pause real quick because it's this guy that's been walking back and forth for the last 20 minutes that knows I'm down here. He absolutely knows I'm here, to be truthful with you, because he's been walking by. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to let him do his thing because I'm not a fighter until I need to be. Okay, he's gone. So here's the deal. Why do you, staying with the full moon in Leo, the opportunistic vibe, why do you allow yourself to see your shine and somebody else, but jump on their opportunity, jump on their strength? You see where I'm going? Jump on what it is that they do, what's there with their muscle and their strength, and what makes them shine. How do you do that? Full moon in Leo says you got to exit all of that. You got to reconfigure that shit. Please do. You know why? Because not only is it opposition is Jupiter. So if you riding on somebody else's coattails, you riding on somebody else's strength, and it's opposition Jupiter, you ain't getting yours. You are not getting yours. Jupiter is rewards. Jupiter is optimism. Jupiter is the abundance out of this shit. Understand that, right? So you getting somebody else's because you have to end this full moon energy. So what else is that full moon energy about? Performing. How are you performing? Is it dramatically? Do you want to show up, with a fucking cannon to a fight when everybody else got little pistols and water guns? Like, are you really being dramatic right now? Are you really creating a scene that you think is going to blow up based on past experiences? Again, our emotions are being tested this week to show up in a different way so we can receive the rewards which we know we are deserving of. You can't bring a bazooka to that fight anymore. Nobody's fighting. Change your ways, change your strengths so you can get what it is that you deserve in this moment in time, in this time that we've cultivated. We are no longer that person, y'all. Remember, 3 the Hard Way came through and ripped shit. Are y'all hearing me? Yes, yes, y'all? At the same time on Thursday, the moon, that full moon energy will be squaring Mars. That's a hard deal. So you're going to fight yourself? You have to negotiate with yourself what things you're holding on to. Make it plain and motherfucking simple. Negotiate with yourself what things you are holding on to make you strong that no longer apply. They don't apply anymore, y'all. In order to get the rewards that you need. What are you holding on to that no longer applies? That's stumping your movement. Mars. Full moon energy, squaring Mars. You can't even move now? Don't get mad. Get utilizing the momentum. Get utilizing? Sonia, I wrote that. Don't get mad. Get to utilizing what the momentum, utilizing the momentum or lack thereof and trying to assist with. Okay. Bottom line is this. I couldn't read my own fucking writing. Okay. The bottom line is this. All that full moon energy, the courage that you are, and the expectations that you have for other people and yourself that are switching, that are changing, that are bubbling over, that are allowing you to reassess it, is saying, yo, you can't move without it. So you understand what I'm saying? Do you have enough momentum to go forward because you're still carrying these bags? No. I feel like I'm talking in circles, y'all. Please forgive me if I am. Okay, I'm trying to stay focused and not distracted. But do you need to let go of that stuff in order to move forward? Do you have the momentum? And if you don't have the momentum, don't trip up your thought in regards to it all. Bust this shit. The reason why I say this, because at the same time, this whole fucking broadcast is indicative of what this week is about. Because at the same time, as I'm moving forward and trying to be strong, finding my own strength, working through this Mercury retrograde moment, right? Technology and communication. But what? We're still moving. That's what it's about. So you're letting go of all of this full moon energy that's happening, going up against the sun, going up against Jupiter, going up against Mars, movement and anger and confrontation. You dig what I'm saying? At the same time, here comes this Mercury retrograde that wants to slide on in. Now, even though Mercury retrograde goes into effect on Saturday, at 10:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are definitely feeling a little bit of that shadow. So that shadow is going to go up against what's going, or I should say opposition, what's going on in that full moon sector. Mercury is going retrograde in Aquarius. It's going to pull off of this full moon energy. If you don't release all the things that you need to release from an emotional standpoint in regards to expectations, in regards to courage and will, a different type of strength, if you don't reevaluate that, honestly, this Mercury retrograde will throw your head into a spin. Why? Because it's in Aquarius, and Aquarius knows nothing but to think. Nothing but what it knows. Nothing but the planning and the strategy of the thing. Aquarius energy is brilliant in that way. However, it's going backwards and it's a little cuckoo crazy right now. So you're going to get caught up in the cuckoo crazy trying to figure out what to let go, or you're going to intuitively push through it the way you know how to. That's the answer. Intuition. That's the answer. Patience. ASL word. Patience. That's the sign for patience, okay? Are you gonna have the patience? Are you gonna be somewhat flexible? Somewhat, because again, Aquarius and Leo energy is very rigid, it's fixed, it's stubborn, it does what it wants to do. How are you gonna find the torque? Y'all get why I said that? In this whole thing, because they're both are pulling in different directions. There's a lot of push and pull that's happening. Again, indicative of this broadcast. Rewind and pay attention. Understand that. How are you going to keep that pushing, that knot, that friction going back and forth and balance to be your new strength? That's a fucking question. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm absolutely going to leave it like that because I'm cold. And because this day has to keep going, and because I think I gave myself a lot to think about. Prayerfully, I gave you a lot to think about. This week is a very, very interesting week. I can't say it anymore. And again, I will do my best not to beat it up, but there's changes that are happening. And those changes that are happening, you're not necessarily responsible for. They just have to happen. However, you can't be rigid and fixed while it's happening, which is going to be extremely difficult to do because we are in Aquarius season, because there's 4 planets in Aquarius. 1 planet is going retro in that Aquarius situation. Then we got Uranus and Mars both in Taurus, pulling us in a squared direction. That's not easy, man. That is not easy. I'm not saying that there's going to be a lot of confrontation, not unless you react in that way. But what I'm telling you is that there's a way in which we can twerk the thing. T-O-R-Q-U-E. We can torque it. We can find that resistance that works well for you for this week. I hope that makes sense. Don't bug out with this Mercury retrograde, man. Don't overthink a situation. Take your time. Double check. Go over and over and over and over again because it's a mental thing. It's a heady situation, and I want y'all to be prepared for it. How? Be patient. Be kind to yourself, be kind to another, be flexible if you can, when you can, and if you don't have the wherewithal to do that, put it on pause. Put everything on pause until February 20th or thereafter when Mercury goes direct and things are starting to clear out, all right? It's a very rigid time, a very, very rigid week. I will say, though, on Sunday with the moon, I said I was going to stop, didn't I? With the moon trine and Pluto, you may come out of this situation feeling victorious. Powerful than a mug. You got some new, as Kamal says, apples. You got some apples in your triceps. Possibly. Maybe. I'm just saying. Just pay attention and allow that torque to give way when it needs to, but be patient and think clearly as much as you can. Or be quiet and don't say a goddamn thing. You're welcome, Gail. I hope this made sense to you, y'all. Again, fighting the elements, but very, very honored to share with you what it is that I have. Bye. Take care of yourself. Boop. Bada bing, bada boom.